Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. It's Wednesday. That means it's time for wrestling. It means it's AEW Dynamite. That means that Delete is here. It means Travis is here. And it means that the wrestling fans are here. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for joining us. And here comes Chris Jericho starting out the show. It's a tag team match.
Tag team match?
Yeah.
Tag team match?
So Jericho has to wrestle his own JAS.
Why?
Because that's the match. It's and Jericho versus like Daniel Garcia, I think, and Matt Menard. But I could be wrong on that one. Could be the other guy, not Menard. Menard, but the other one. Now that I betrayed.
This is weird.
Anyways,
Anyways, we have Walter in the chat. Hey, Walter. We also have Harley with us and Everblast. Hey, guys. How's it going? Walter says, hey, Travis. Hey, Daphne. AEW tonight. Tony and had Taz and Excalibur and commentating. Walter didn't win the bingo. He was close, but the others cheated. What? People cheat in bingo? How is that even possible?
How do you cheat in bingo?
Walter, how did they cheat? I'm curious to know now. I need to know. Harley says, what's up, everybody? How was bingo tonight, Walter? Everbless says, hey, guys. And Walter's like, it was fine. Had a good time on bingo. Good match cards for AEW and Boo Jericho team. Which side? Like Jericho himself or his other side that's his actual
Sammy
team?
Guevara.
So, because questions. Picola is in the chat. Hey, Picola says, hi, gang. Hello. And Walter says, congrats to AEW for their 200th episode. Yes, it is their 200th episode of Dynamite right now.
Episodes.
Everbless says, Travis, do you think we should have Matt Riddle versus Chris Jericho? That's a weird concept. And
No.
Why? Picola is like, happy 200th episode AEW. And Walter says they had 2 bingo cards.
So, can't you
So,
buy...
Walter, are they not allowed to have 2 bingo cards? Like, because I know that there's places where bingo cards where you can buy multiple bingo cards. And there are some people who will have like 10 of them in front of them and play bingo with them. I'm pretty sure Travis's grandma was one of those people at one time. Maybe not 10, but she probably had multiple cards in front of her at all times. There's no way she just did one card at a time. Walter's like, Sammy team for the win. Yeah. And I don't know if Robbie's going to join us tonight, but today, or what was left of earlier today, the 2nd of August, was Robbie's birthday. So happy birthday, Robbie.
Robbie.
Hope you had a fantastical day.
I'm sure he did.
FTW champion Jack Perry face-to-face of Jerry Lynn later tonight.
Yeah, the legend Jerry Lynn.
People know who that is.
Because he's a legend.
You guys might know who he is. I do not. We have an Anything Goes match with John Moxley, Trent Beretta, and Penta. That's happening tonight. MJF was also going to yak at us, so that's going to be fun.
You know, they're... I don't like to dog on them, but they did something very stupid.
Kenny Omega Young Bucks versus Jeff Jarrett and those guys. Sorry. Aussie Open versus El Hilo del Vikingo. And then Tony Storm versus Hiroko Shida is on tonight.
Yeah, she beat, what's his name, on Saturday.
Yeah. So what is it that they did that was so dumb?
Okay, so they're playing up this CM Punk is the true world champion in his own mind, right?
Okay.
So he still has his belt with his plates on it, with his names on it, the whole thing.
Right, okay, yeah.
So he comes out, he pulls it out of his bag finally, and he's like, look, I'm the real world champion. Which is fine. I get that type of storytelling, right?
Right.
So, what would you do? You've watched wrestling for a few days. What would you do if you had CM Punk pull the title out and start talking? What's the natural course of things? What happens next?
Well, most of the time what they end up doing is they end up putting the title on that person.
I know, but what's the... I'm like, what is like, you're watching it, what happens?
I don't know.
The other champion comes out? says, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm the true champion.
Oh, yeah, but they don't want him on that one for some reason.
Right? So that would make sense. Oh, they don't want him over there. They're doing a thing. So later in the night, Adam Cole and MJF wrestle.
Okay.
He's fucking there. And he did nothing. He came out, he said nothing. He did nothing.
Huh.
Like, what the fuck is wrong? That's the worst booking I've ever seen. Why would you have a guy claim to be a champion when the real champion's there, and then the real champion doesn't give 2 squirts of milk?
Right.
That he did it. That nothing. I mean, like, he's just in the back like, oh, cool, it's okay.
Like, they're like, you can't do that.
So anyways, what happened is fucking absolute Ricky Stark comes down and he wants a title match.
Against who?
CM Punk.
CM Punk's not a title holder.
This is what's happening. Like, how is that any...
So what they're saying is that Tony Khan doesn't run anything and CM Punk is running it, and because of everything that happened in the background so he's crying about everything.
Right, you're trying to
He
bring
was the
real life.
victim.
You're trying to bring real life into the booking. What
But that's what's
just go-
happening.
Right, but just go by the booking. It's shit. You have to do something with MJF. He has to at least save face. That made MJF look like trash. Then he comes out in a tag team match later on.
Yeah.
And then he's about to turn on Adam Cole, and Adam Cole just turns his back to him and says, do what you got to do. Because he's going to hit him with the belt from behind, and turn on him. So Adam Cole just turns his back to him, and he just stands there like just waiting to kind of get hit. And then MJF just throws the title down and runs over to him, and then they hug and embrace. And
Oh. I don't know what they're doing there, but it's dumb.
yeah, that's what's happening in AEW on Saturdays. I just don't understand it. Like,
That sounds gay.
strip MJF of the title? Like I said, MJF's story doesn't need the title right now. So I get it, but still, he is the champion, and it would be awkward to just say, he's not champion anymore.
Well, and if that's the point, then he's not really being a champion. So...
Well, I can't be the only one that's seen this and says, oh, that's just how it goes,
I think they all do. I think they're so brainwashed because they're so, like, up CM Punk's ass that they're like, no, it's fine.
I don't even know.
It's all cool.
It has nothing to do with CM Punk.
AEW is so great because it's not WWE.
To me, it's...
That they don't even pay attention to that
It's
stuff.
MJF. Has nothing to do with CM Punk. He's the champion. He should have came out. Even if it wasn't planned, say, fuck this, and just go out there. The place would go wild, and it would start, and then Punk would be all surprised, because you're not really supposed to be out there. You might get in a little bit of trouble. What is he going to do, fire you? Good. See ya. He wants out anyways.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's just terrible booking. Like, it's, and I shouldn't say booking, it's terrible storytelling. Mm-hmm. Just tell your story differently. If CM Punk's going to come back with a title, why not just make a tournament where he becomes the other champion because you have 2 shows? I know that people would be like, hey, I followed WWE, but at least it makes sense.
Right?
Instead of having 2 of the same belt. Now, granted, they did this story, I think, back in 90-something with Ric Flair. He came back and he was the true champion because he had never lost it. Jazz Jamboree. Anyways, we do have the Jericho Appreciation Society against Jericho, and take a
shoulda.
Take a
Walter
Shoulda.
says Sammy's team for the win. Everblood says Travis next week is NXT 800 episode. Nope. Walter's like, Saturday's WWE SummerSlam. Are you guys going live? Yeah, Walter, we'll be here for SummerSlam Saturday.
We could.
Rebecca chat losses in the chat. Hey, Rebecca. Says, hey, it's my WWE friends. What's on the menu tonight? It's AEW Dynamite.
It's
right
Dynamite.
Now. Harley says, spoiler alert, Sammy Guevara's team will win because Jericho will turn. And Ayla says, hey. And Walter says Saturday is AEW Collision, too. Rally is in the chat. Hey, Rally. Says, hi, Dee and Travis. Hey, Rally. Hope you're feeling better, bud. Walter says, hey, Ayla. Ayla says, hi, Walter. And Walter's like, Aubrey Edwards is the ref. Yeah, she is. She's out there being the ref tonight. Walter also says, okay, at 9:10 I'm going. I'll be here Friday for SmackDown. Still in chat. Rally says, yeah, that was stupid. Agree, Travis. CM Punk a champ for a year ago. Why didn't MJF come out and say, I'm the real champ? That's what I would have done. Old champ versus new champ. Whoever wins get both titles. Not even get both titles. The
just
one title just
champion.
goes away and you're just the champion with the title you have.
I mean, if anything, Punk's not the champion, but he could be the #1 contender because he never lost it. But they didn't even go that route. They just said, I'm champion, which is fine. I get it. But you can't not have MJF say nothing when he's in the building there.
Doing something else.
It's different if he wasn't there and then he came out on Wednesday and said something about it.
Yeah, came out and said, what the hell, man?
On
What's
Wednesday,
your problem,
and
CM Punk?
On Wednesday, though.
Yeah.
Like, if he wasn't there. But he was there. So if he is there, he should have came out.
Ms. Raleigh had said, do you like my booking? It's better than Tony Khan's. P. Cole says, so they're stretching it out for a bit, possibly till All Out? I don't know.
Yeah, it's not the point. The point is you could still stretch, but you can't have MJF do nothing. And that's what they did.
It was like 200 episode. You didn't throw good. It's not our 200th episode, Ayla. It's Dynamite's 200th.
200 episode.
Pico says, yeah, I think that's completely absurd. Why didn't he address it? Walter's like, MJF is the new champ, but CM Punk, no. If there's 2 AEW belts, come on, blame CM Punk. Pico's like, make it make sense. And Ravi's in the chat says, what up, yo? I told you happy birthday, but you weren't here yet. Rebecca's message retracted, and Walter says, have MJF versus CM Punk for both 2 AEW titles. There is no 2 titles. It's just 1 title. It's the AEW World Championship title. That's it.
Yeah.
Rally says Tony Khan booking sometimes is awful. Question. Thoughts on Ricky the Dragon Steamboat special ref for Starks versus CM Punk? That's awesome. He was one of my favorite wrestlers in 90s.
Absolutely one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, even in the 80s. But it's weird.
They do all weird stuff like
it's
that all
weird.
the time.
Like, I don't hate it, obviously, but I don't know how good he moves.
Ravi says, yes, live as in live, not pre-recorded. Yes, live as in live. Everbless says, Travis, do you think Survivor Series we should have AEW versus NXT versus WWE?
No.
No.
No NXT.
No NXT or AEW in the mix at all.
Well, AEW won't be, but no NXT.
Rebecca says, mint for dinner. What's for dinner?
You're eating mint for dinner?
No, mint for dinner. Message retracted. They meant for dinner. What's for dinner?
Wrestling.
What's on the menu tonight for dinner? Oh, for dinner. Oh, we didn't have any dinner. Sorry. No dinner.
She got here and started eating up content on her phone.
I got here and then Travis went outside and dropped his phone and then freaked out. And then he sent me a text and I broke it. So I went out there to see what happened. So I played with the dog and then I came inside and played on my phone and I didn't make any food.
Yeah, I broke my phone.
It would take too much. He didn't.
My brand new phone.
His phone is fine.
Pretty sure it's broken. But I'm too scared to take the screen cover off to see.
I wouldn't take it off.
So it stays broken forever.
Ayla says, Ravi, isn't there a slight delay because of Janet Jackson? It looks like how many episodes have you guys recorded so I know to buy you glitter? I have no idea.
Oh, we've got...
Ayla, you might know better.
We were at least at 200 ourselves, but I would assume more since there's 200 episodes of Dynamite.
Well, Jesus, there's 200 episodes of Dynamite. And that means that...
We're probably right around 600 or 700 episodes is where we're at.
Which is, yeah.
Because, I mean, it started right after we started.
Well...
Dynamite. And so we had done some SmackDowns and some Raws, but
yeah,
not
but
a lot.
Ours is way more because we do this 3 times a week.
That's what I said. So
Plus pay-per-views.
200 for this, 200 for Raw, 200 for SmackDown. There's the 600, and then I just kind of made another 100. So I said 600 to 700. Because there is quite a few pay-per-views in there, too.
Robbie's like, Ayla, you might know better. Walter says, good wrestling so far.
Yeah.
And Ayla says, I don't know. I thought they had to have a delay on live shows because Janet Jackson ruined everything.
Because of her boobie.
They do, because she had a nip slip. John Sparkland in the chat. Hey, John, good to see you tonight. Says, if you know, you know, Grey Birds. And Walter says, Ayla, did your son start school yet? Summer vacation is done. Robbie says, Ayla, go splash water on your face. You guys are weird. He's like, finish him. You need to finish him. And Walter's like, boo, Don Callis. And Harley's like, happy birthday, Ravi. Not Ravi, but.
Jericho felt bad,
Does
he did it.
What a loser.
I was going to say this has to happen. Well, it has to happen because Don Callis and Take a Shit can't do it on their own. They're nothing. They're irrelevant without somebody.
Well, I think they should stay irrelevant. I don't think that Jericho should go on to their team of stupid.
They have to have somebody.
But why does it have to be him?
I'm just saying. Like, there's only like 5 somebodies in all of AEW.
I don't care. Like, it's...
If
God,
that.
this guy's talking.
Uh-oh. Shh. The king is talking.
Blink if you're in trouble. God damn, dude. Fuck.
Look at this fucking dude. Oh, he blinked.
He's so fucking awkwardly creepy. Oh my god.
Let's take a look at those people now. If you blink, you lose.
You lose everything. And his eyes are like this.
Yeah, they're open more than I can.
And he doesn't even
like
move
that.
his eyes when he reads things, so he's not like...
Thank you,
Like
everybody,
his eyes
for
don't
tuning
move,
in.
he's just like...
I just wanted to let you know that I'm very grateful that you guys watch our television show for 200 times.
Fucking creepy!
We are going to be in London, England, here on the 27th of August. It'll be in the daytime if you're in the United States early, but it will be on a Saturday. And I just wanted to thank everybody that watches this at home and has friends that they tell about us. And there's a staff and there's wrestlers, and I want to watch their highlight video now. Thank you for watching AEW Dynamite and all that comes with it. Thank you again. Tony Khan. I did it.
Let's see. Ayla's like, Robbie, I said I thought my thoughts aren't facts. But Talitha just confirmed it. What did I confirm? What? Raleigh says, question to you, D. Travis. Thoughts on AEW All-In selling 77,470 tickets so far? I think they might get 80 or even 85K. That would be amazing. Not one match announced. Wow.
It is what it is. I would have to look if somebody wants to make it a bigger deal than just it's a wrestling event and people are going to it. If you want to make it any bigger than that, then I would have to say, let's look at the ticket costs, let's look at the incentives, and let's look how much is legit. You know, like basically what's that called? Like an audit. Mm-hmm. Let's audit it and check it out. I could care less personally, but it's not like WWE couldn't sell out Wembley or something. But I know we're not comparing the two. It's huge for them. What did Triple H call it on Sunday? A second-hand promotion or a second-tier promotion?
Yeah, the thing with it is, though, is how much were they selling their tickets for? Because I bet you they started selling them butt dirt cheap to get those seats filled, because that's what AEW does, no matter what, no matter where it's at. So I bet you anything that they sold most of their tickets, probably at least a good 35% of their tickets, so fucking cheap that people are like, sure, I'll go. Why not?
I just want to know.
I don't even know wrestling. I'm going to go.
Right. I just want to know if they did some promotional things too. Like if you're let's work at the police station. Okay. How many cops do you have? Okay. There's 17,000.
Well, not just that, but
we'll
did they advertise? How much did they
for...
advertise in fucking London in England for it.
London, England.
How much did they advertise there? Do you know, if you watched regular TV, did you see advertisements for it? If you weren't a wrestling fan, would you know that it was there?
They just got Darby out on the corner just handing out flyers.
That'd be hilarious. People would be like, don't go near him. He's got diseases. Anyways, Walter says Jericho's team won. Boo. Robbie says that was with Justin Timberlake. Film's like, hello, Misty and Travis. Big hugs, big heart. Hey, Film, good to see you tonight. And John says, what the flip over one nip slip? Come on. It was like Justin Timberlake didn't show his bob. That was Janet, my dude. Justin helped, but he kept his job in his shirt.
Your boob's way over there. He ripped her boob cover off.
Travis is like, oh, here, let me show how it works. Then he grabs my boob. Well, your boob's way over there. Yeah, it's where it belongs.
I thought it was like here.
No, you literally.
So I reached out front.
Didn't grab.
I know.
You got a whole handful there.
I reached out front. It's funny too, because if I go out front, then I can show what I did. But when it runs into the side of it, hey, there's a Jackson on TV right now.
That wasn't even into the side of it. That was a whole frontal grab right there.
It's even funnier as I wasn't even looking.
I was like, oh, Illa. I said with. Illa's like, Bob. I know what you meant, boob. It's a boob. Walter's like, AEW Allin August 27th. Yep. And Robbie says, Ayla, you thinking of doing the Janet Jackson? Is that what you're telling us? Piccolo's like, that's a bot. Is it?
Hey, thank you for having a different outfit on today. What's her name? Renee. She looks good in white. It's a mandatory meeting.
So they can't be JAS anymore.
Yeah, which is going to screw over Anna J. Because her name is now JAS. Anna JAS.
Joe's like, I said it to a girl at my reunion, blink if you're in trouble. It was like, oh, yes, they were together on stage, but her boob messed up America, as you know it. No, Nickelback is also to blame, by the way. That's true. Rally says, who's creepy, D? Which wrestler are you talking about? Or is it Tony Khan? He is awful Tony. In front of the camera. He's so shy and like a robot when he talks weird. He's that way, I think, in real life, Raleigh. I think that he's probably that way backstage. I think he's that way in board meetings. I think he's just that way all the way around. That he's just some fucking weirdo, creepy guy.
I wonder how he is with
that has some kind of social issues.
I wonder how he is with his like coke dealer. No, I have not have a wire on me. No, this is not a setup.
It's coke deal. Walter's like, I
have a lot of money and I don't want to get in trouble either.
Walter, Matt Hardy's still around. I think he just is on Rampage more or Collision. Pico says, the best years. The Cody versus Brody Lee, Omega versus Kenny, Joey Janela dominance. Feels like I meant Mox versus Kenny. Omega versus Kenny's funnier. He could wrestle himself. Ayla's like, Robbie, no, I'm not just saying live isn't technically live. Robbie's like, Wembley is 90,000 capacity. I've been twice. Film's like, yes, I'm doing good today. And Pico says that's not true. AEW Live is expensive. Film's like, hello, my friend Picola. And Robbie says, Ayla, no, it's not. Can't be recorded live. Raleigh says, secondary company or promotional, cheeky Triple H, but true SmackDown gets 2.3 million viewers or Dynamite gets 900 or 800. So there you go. I like both companies. Ayla's like, just saying. Pickle's like, when they were selling ticks in Huntsville, it was between $125 to $400 for general seats.
What's WWE cost?
Robbie says, I saw advertisement the other day for AEW pay-per-view, but not when it first was announced on TV, right? Quentin Mitchell in the chat. Hey, Quentin, saying Rip Sinead O'Connor. Yep, we heard about that earlier this week. The Elite signed a long-term contract extension with AEW. Weird. John says, get it, Travis. A full frontal hand grab. High five. Quentin says Rey Mysterio gonna be on NXT next week. Robbie's like, Ayla, be careful you don't nip slip. It's like, Robbie, don't worry, you'll never see a real girl's boob ever. Robbie's like, nah, Ayla, I won't. Pickle's like, F Matt Hardy has been. Oh, Ayla's like, poor thing, Robbie, happy birthday, by the way. Ray's like, you calling yourself fake? Yeah, Ayla. And Walter says, Jack Perry fight time and promo. Jerry Lynn. It says, you've never seen me ever sicking. What?
Blah, 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 blah.
I get this guy's some kind of legend, but he talks like he's never talked before in his life.
They didn't do a lot of promos in whatever that brand was called.
Impact?
No, ECW.
Uh,
Who's this?
Somebody who's
I
gonna
mean, the
fight
crowd's
him.
excited. I still haven't seen anybody say
Who is it? Do we know? Nobody knows. I don't even know.
RVD. RVD.
That's just silliness.
Jean-Claude Van Damme's cousin.
Jack Perry's like, what the fuck? How high do you think he got to come down and do that?
He's in the back with a Riddle.
Fucking Jamie!
Well, somebody did mention Matt Riddle. This is the older Matt Riddle.
Rally's like, Matt Hardy is usually on AEW Rampage. Jeff Hardy returned on Friday and nobody really talking about it. He was in Battle Royal but got chucked over the top. Glad he's okay and back. Love the Hardys. It was like sickening. And Rally's like, happy birthday, Ravi. Whoop, whoop. And John says, never ever. LOL, chloroform's not cologne, Ravi. Ravi says, pick
Oh,
up the
Jack
chat.
Perry wisely rolls out.
Walter says RVD on AEW, and Pico's like, are freaking serious? Robbie's like, D is like, who is RVD? Pico's like, the whole effing show?
Rob Van Dam.
I know who he is.
Now you know.
He's related to Jean-Claude.
Yeah. Van Dam.
It was like laughing, yeah, by force, Robbie could see a real bopped person. Walter's like, ECW, and Rally says, you're joking, RVD. Oh my god, that's awesome. I love RVD back in the day. Hope he has a match, but he's still great in the ring.
He isn't going to have a match.
He's not having a match. He's got problems. He walks like he's got problems.
Oh, Jungle Perry
Oh, he
Whoa.
jumped and kicked. And he's high as fuck, so who knows?
is not Jungle Perry, Travis. It's Jack Perry. Oh, there's a little child. Yeah, put her
my
in front of
God.
you. Put her in front of you.
That poor little girl, she's like, Mom, help me.
No, put her in front of you. That's a good idea.
Rally's like, wow, RVD has been in WWE and AEW in 1 year draft and now. Robbie says, LL, you want to get your rack out by the way you're talking.
Yeah, racks. What kind of rack are we talking about? Like an oven rack?
I think so. Maybe. That guy is wearing a yellow shirt with black cats all over it. You can see him very well in the crowd, too. It's just a bright yellow shirt. He's right there.
He lost a bet.
He might have. Either that or he's just a weirdo and likes to wear that. It was like, I'm surprised someone I won't name isn't pitching a fit about me today. Well, I think they left for a second after they saw you were in here. There haven't been any posts from him for a minute. Maybe they prayed about it. It was like, Robbie, how? Because I mentioned why we can't have an actual live show. Blah, 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 blah. It looks like, praise white Jesus. Right? Little baby Jesus. 6 pound, 7 ounce.
What's the match?
3-way. It's that Moxley, Pinto,
Anything goes.
and what's his face?
The
Trent.
best friends. Trent.
Oh goodness, excuse me. Walter's like, R-Truth's still out of WWE? Sure. I was like, it's your choice if you want to show all on Instagram or Facebook Live that you, Ayla. Cool. And words are hard. Ayla's like, Robbie, it'll never happen. Next subject, please. Yeah.
Yeah, she just wants to sell feet pictures.
Yeah. What the hell, dude? It was just about feet, my man. She wants to do a whole puppet show with him, too. We've had conversations.
She wants to have a 3-way match with feet.
Dress up feet like wrestlers. And then wrestle. You want to have a foot wrestling competition? John says, or get in my white panel van and go down my mom's basement is not a pickup line. True that, John. Usually is not a pickup line.
No, you do it different. You have to say, do you want to see a puppy?
Do you want some candy? Got candy.
You like puppies? I have a whole bunch back at the van.
Walter's like, good luck. Who wins this? That's right. Good luck, huh, Walter? It was like, I know you're joking, Ravi, but I'm a feet girl. I want to have a crazy foot show where their characters from movies or acting out scenes would be so cool.
The funny thing about it is it's not copyright because you can do that.
It's true. You could.
What an embarrassment match for Jon Moxley.
He deserves it.
He's fallen far from the top.
He needs to be embarrassed. Pickle's like, you like manga? How about Harry Potter?
Expelliarmus.
Who are you asking, Pickle?
I like Harry Potter.
Manga is just anime and books.
As long as it's not the movies.
It's not Harry Potter.
I like the game. I like the...
Ayla says, it doesn't have to be sexual either. Just funny, right? Film's like, can't wait to see my love, Hirokoshita, tonight. And Robbie's like, Moxley is past it now. Raleigh says, feet are ugly and horrible. They're for standing and nothing else. No sucking. No, no, no. Raleigh, nobody was talking about sucking feet. That's a weird thing to think about, buddy. And
although you could do a Kurt Angle foot. And then the crowd would chant, you suck. You suck.
Pickle's like, I thought you enjoyed the Pentagon.
I like Pentagon in a tag team.
Yeah, he's not a singles wrestler. Neither is
He's in a
Trent.
singles match. Don't care. Like, it's irrelevant.
It was like, whatever you want to pay for, laughing. I can draw a lightning bolt on my toe.
There it is.
John's like going off the
wand
rails
worked
on
under
a
its own
crazy
accord.
train.
I don't even know if they did that in the movie. Did they do that in the movie?
What's that?
When Voldemort's chasing him on his right before his, like when he leaves his house.
Okay.
And Voldemort's floating through the air because he doesn't need a broom. First of all, I don't remember that in the movie, but I've only watched that movie once.
He did. That did happen in the movie.
And then he comes and Potter's falling from the sidecar because it busted loose from the motorcycle and he's falling. And then he levitates the car so it goes back up and then he tries to hook it back. Anyway, Voldemort comes in and he doesn't even know where Voldemort is and his wand just goes to where Voldemort is and then shoots gold fire at him.
I think that happens, but I don't know. I don't really watch the movies that much, so. As Ayla says, no, not sucking, just funny. Robbie's like, no cheese either. And Raleigh says, looking forward to Toni Storm versus Sheeta for AEW Women's title. Should be good. Walter says, anything goes match. Watch out, John likes blood. He sure do. And Robbie says, Toni Storm, is she still popular?
I think people like her.
Raleigh's like, sorry, Talitha, I thought we were talking about foot fetishes. Nope, now I look stupid. Sorry, wasn't listening, watching properly. No, it's okay, Raleigh. We were talking about feet. We were talking about feet. And people who do have feet fetishes are fine. But what we were talking about was that for Ayla, she's not about throwing her boobs out there. She would rather do a montage with her feet. She would rather do, like...
Skits
with her feet. Like, dress her feet up as characters from movies and then do skits with them. So, that's what we were talking about. Dress your little feet up like puppets. And I mean, and the people who would watch it would be the gross people. But she would just be doing it because it's funny.
Oh, right on that barbed
Not
wire.
because she thinks it's, Like she
Eventually,
likes feet.
though, if it became popular, then you could get like real stars to do it, and it'd be funny shit.
With their feet.
Like the girl off the Hunger Games or something, and she's like, it's just her feet.
Right? It was like toe cheese. Walter's like, now AEW went extreme. It was like kind of a foot fetish, I guess, because the only people watching would be watching for a reason. Ew. And random, but I feel like it'll pay well, right? Just giving the old Muppet puppets with your feet. Walter's like, I give this match a 10 out of 10 so far. LOL.
Is that one table?
Is it because there's blood?
Why is this table so big?
He's like, no, I don't want to be here anymore. What's going on?
Moxley's got a big old board.
He's like, I got boards
barbed wire around it.
Barbed wire. Wonder how many of them were like, I don't want to
No,
have
it's 2 tables.
I wonder if people are like, I don't want to have a match with John because he insists on there being blood constantly anymore.
The top of Trent's head's split.
I know. And so they're like, okay, who's getting the dirty end of this stick, you know?
Both of them.
And they're like, I guess we'll be the ones that will get in the blood. You know what I mean? Like, at some point, some of those wrestlers have got to be like, I'm not doing it. I'm not bleeding all the time. I'm not having you break my forehead. It's weird. Super troopers, but firefighters.
Mm-hmm.
Raleigh says Toni Storm is going to do a movie of a wrestler from the 60s, 70s acting as her. There you go. Announced today. Good for her. I like Toni Storm.
Good.
Okay. Hassan is in the chat. Hey, Hassan says, hi there, guys. How are you feeling tonight? Pretty good.
Good.
How about yourself? John says, would that be a foot job? Ew. And Il's like, thought about making Jord wear thongs to sell online. He won't do it. Look, it's the Fiend Bray Wyatt somehow is in our chat. And he's like, run. Travis says, I'm back from the dead. Or
It's good to see you back in here. I haven't
rub,
seen you forever.
as he has said it
Rub.
before in the past, because that's how he did it.
Rub.
Walter says, there's 2 tables, guys. Yeah, we saw it, and then they flew through them. It was like Fiend, like Tyler, and the Fiend's like, hi, Ayla. And Walter's like, hey, Bray Wyatt, come back to WWE, Fiend. It was like, dang, hey, how have you been? It's been like 2 years.
I was going to say, it's been a long minute.
Hassan's like, doing fine today. And the Fiend says, I know, right, Ayla? And Walter's like, run. It's Rob. He made a typo one time, and we didn't let him live it down. And it was hilarious, and it stuck. Rob is like, I think a lot of the tickets for AEW have gone to corporate people rather than being sold. Robbie, that's exactly what Travis said earlier. He was like, so did they go to, like, police stations and shit and be like, here's a whole bunch of tickets, come to our shit.
Right? Give them out to the community, do this with them.
John says, hey, Husky Harris, how's it going? And Ayla says, yeah, I thought you died. Fiend says, I still remember that typo. Don't we all?
Can't live it down.
All. It's fine. It's memorable, right? Run away from a bear.
What the?
If you run away from a bear and they stay on, then okay. But if you run away from a bear and they fall off your feet, because I've seen it, ooh, or get hit by a car. I've seen those people that get hit by something and they get knocked right out of their shoes. Mm-hmm. If they stay on through that, then they're not bad. But if they come off, then you better be tying your fucking shoes.
So call Nike ASAP or a shoe brand. It could be a lower level shoe brand. And pitch that as a commercial. That shit's funny. Like they could have like testers, right? So like this is how we tested our shoes. And they're like running from grizzly bears. Obviously they have to put at the bottom, don't try this at home. But their shoes stay on no matter what.
No matter what type of situation
they got
you find
buses
yourself in.
hitting people and people getting beat up and he got beat up so bad his shoes fell off. I don't even know how that happens. That's Hot Tub Time Machine. But yeah, that would be a funny commercial.
It's like, Ayla, you can't kill what won't die. Robbie's like, not community corporate people who don't care. Just sit in a box and go for piss up and food. Not that, but I mean the fact that they just gave them to businesses to hand out to their people or something too, Robbie. The Fiend says, Travis is the human version of Cocaine Bear. Ayla's like, true, haven't missed much, by the way. And Fiend says, why do you say that, Ayla? And Walter's like, good wrestling on AEW.
Yeah, it's always good, right?
It's all you're missing.
For
It's
the
all
in-ring
good
work.
Wrestling. Oh, no.
I don't know what kind of match we're having here. It's just a no rules.
It's a no rules match.
I don't know what John Moxley's doing. I think he's waiting for something to happen here.
He's having a break in the corner.
Old Trent, he's going to have to call his mom to pick him up.
Probably. Robbie's like, that's who corporate people are. He was like, I meant in chat. Not too much has changed. Luke comes in and out sometimes. We got Ravi as mod. He sucks. People sticks around every once in a while. Yeah, we haven't seen Luke for a minute or two. Must be busy raising babies.
All sorts of stuff.
Whether it's animal babies or his real babies. Robbie's like, AEW has it improved for you.
Has it improved? No.
For you. I think it's gone downhill.
Yeah, I feel like it plateaued a while back, and we're just kind of... I just sit around and wait. Like, this match right here is just a weird one to have on TV. Like, I get these matches. Like, I really do. Like, this is a pay-per-view quality match.
Mm-hmm.
But the story makes no sense. Because there is none. Like, why these guys are wrestling. Makes no sense. But not only that, but they're mutilating their body for nothing. There's nothing on the line. This is nothing. There's nothing.
What is it for?
That's what I said. Nothing. Oh, don't do that. Oh, Jesus Christ. He's got thumbtacks all over in his ass and his thighs. And dear Lord.
Dear Lord. Pico's
Oh!
like, oh! What was that? What was what? What? What is it?
Thumbtacks all
John.
over in his back.
John says, he sucks, he sucks, he sucks. The Fiend says, good God.
Oh,
Robbie is a
Jesus.
mob.
Now Moxley just DDT'd
Why hasn't the channel gone straight to hell, Ayla? Vindicator's in the chat tonight. Hey, Vin. Good to see you tonight. It says, hi, Walter.
Oh,
hi,
shit.
Ravi. Hi, Ayla.
You
Hi,
gotta be
Talitha.
kidding
Hi,
me.
Travis. Hi, Fiend. Hi, Invisible Leo and Welly. It was like, we got Fat Lisa. He's good. And Walter's like, yes, thumbtacks.
At this point, they're just full of holes.
Ravi's like, we got Ayla. She's loopy. And Ravi says, Vin, yo. Walter's like, hey, Vin. And the Fiend says, behave, Ravi. Ayla's like, it has Fiend. And Pico's like, absolutely for nothing. Ravi's like, how about no? Fiend's like, I will give you mandible claw if you don't behave. And Ayla says, hi, Vin.
This is happening. These two are just, our three are just beat to shit.
What was that?
A window opening or closing?
What the fuck? Why was it even open?
It probably opened, not closed. Like it, because there's two, and they go like this. You can go. And so
Well,
the top
that
one,
was fucking creepy.
wasn't it?
Yeah?
Yeah, the top one came down.
What
So
the
no,
fuck?
it's fine.
Robbie is supposedly clapping. And Walter says Ayla Luke passed away a wrestling fan.
Oh, big clothesline.
Walter, what?
Uh-oh, here they go. Hockey fight right in the middle of the ring. Penta and John Moxley. Trent's laid out in the corner. There are thumbtacks everywhere. Whoever goes on next, I feel bad for. I don't want to get poked. Oh, look at that.
Fiend says Puggles is barking at you guys right now. Bark, bark, Puggles. John's like Sister Abigail.
He did it.
Fiend.
It's over. Trent Barreto wins.
What? Trent won? That's insane. Robbie's like, come at me, man. It was like, Walter, Luke isn't having a good time. He asked for prayers on Facebook. Not sure what's going on. Ayla says, Walter, Luke are mod, not Luke in wrestling. And Walter's like, oh, okay. Yeah, I'm like, what?
Who's Luke in wrestling?
Brody Lee. Wasn't his like name really Luke or something like that?
Brody.
Or is his name Brody Lee in real person?
No.
I thought his name was Luke.
But it was Luke Harper was in WWE, but that wasn't his real name.
Oh, well, maybe that's who. Anyways.
John.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, no,
Something.
they're fighting people in the outsides.
Yeah,
So
the best
weird.
friend's just getting beat up in the back by Blackpool, which is next to Liverpool.
Well, it's like, okay, good match. And John says, chip, chip, cheerio, governor. And Pico's like, question mark? Walter's like, here comes Yudi and Claudio. Yeah, because we want to fight these guys.
So
and beat 'em
Moxley,
up.
hypothetically, isn't allowed to go into the crowd.
Yeah, he's bloody.
He's not as bloody as Trent,
Yeah.
but they are not allowed to go into the crowd with blood.
He was like, Walter, who passed away? Yeah, who?
Chucky T! Claudio was going to go get him, and then he did second thoughts or whatever, and just
John's
like,
like,
"Fuck it, I'm out."
fire down. If he's like, the reason I've been away for so long is because I've been focusing on my family ever since my grandpa died in 21. I've been helping them out. Running a store is a pain in the ass. Can be.
Yeah, lots of responsibility.
Lots of stuff change when things happen like that. Glad you were able to help your family, though. Robbie says, is it better to eat everything on your plate even though you're full, or to leave a bit on the plate when you feel full?
Leave
Leave
it.
a bit on the plate when you feel full.
Leave it. Train yourself.
Take less, and then you'll never leave anything on your plate.
Smaller plates.
Walter says, wait a second, I thought new rules can't wrestle near a crowd. They can. They can't wrestle in the crowd, Walter, if they're all bloody and gross.
Yeah, no blood.
So no blood in the crowd. It was like life happens. Being sorry about your loss. The Fiend says, Travis, I can see the gray in your beard all the way from Columbus.
Well, I know. I need to just cut it off.
He got old. Or in the last 2 years.
It happens.
The Fiend's like, thanks, Ayla. And Walter says, just a friend named Luke I know passed. Aw, well, I'm sorry, Walter. I'm sorry that you had a friend that passed away.
See? He threw his belt and then runs.
So
So much love.
John's like, can't eat your meat. You haven't had any pudding. It's like, oh, sorry, Walter. And the Fiend says, go bald, Travis. Oh, God.
Shade.
On his face hole, everything. Okay, we're going to hear from MJF. I wonder if he's going to be like, and what is that about CM Punk trying to be all champion and shit?
Not a word.
Not a word.
Crickets.
He's not going to say anything about it now either. Vindicator's like, I wonder if it's Moxley or Tony Khan who has a closet full of thumbtacks. They use them like 2 or 3 times every year. I think they use them more than that, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not only do they use them in matches where anything goes, but they also use them in pay-per-view. So that's a lot more than 2 or 3 times.
Use these kind. But there is...
They don't stand up enough.
Well, there's the silver ones that are in the bottom.
I know. Those are the ones that you have to use.
I got this one from John Moxley's back.
Ew, no you didn't. Don't
Just
lie.
kidding. Just kidding. Here, let's stab you and I'll show you how it feels.
Let's not.
Just so that you see how they feel.
I don't care how they feel.
It's an experiment.
I don't want to play with the experiment.
Just
You should put the lid back on those before you drop them all over the place, because that's kind of the person you are.
And then sit in them. So I'm like John Moxley.
No, you just won't pick them up. They'll just stay there forever. Yeah, Walter's like, okay, MJF promo next. And Robbie says, who knew the wrestling gap reached that far? To Columbus, Ohio?
Oh, yeah. We're all over.
Robbie, we reached all the way to fracking England. Duh. You're there. The V says everything. Shave your head and that ugly gray beard. Rub. People's like, so sorry to hear that, Walter. Walter's like,
I
thinks
keep
I'm
forgetting.
good. Robbie's
Every
like,
day
sorry,
I'm like,
Walter.
ah, shit. And then it gets so long and I'm like, ooh.
It was like, rub Travis. The Fiend's like, I remember when Travis called Puggles illegal. They should be illegal.
Pugs?
Puggles. It's kind of a mix of breeds. It's a beagle. Pug.
Oh, yeah.
Puggle.
Puggles. You should see my my new Rover. He's tiny. He's a
Hill's like
Yorkie.
laughing. Robbie lives in the UK thinking Columbus is far. So far away. Robbie's like, some religions lay on long pins, they don't get hurt.
Yeah, they had one of those in a match the other week. It was in the steel cage match.
Yeah, John Moxley brought it out.
They
Used it on
slammed
people.
each other, on it. The nail bed.
Yeah. Well, I was like, I'm glad for some rain. No more of this hot weather. We had rain today. It was nice.
Yeah, it was all weird outside.
Robbie's like, Ayla, I'm talking the piss, Ayla. Oh, he's just joking around. Supposedly that's what that means. Piss. Talking it. So
Oh.
RVD, he's high as
Yeah,
fuck.
he's definitely high.
Look at those glassy eyes, my friend.
The weed.
But it's like not taking.
There it is. We have an official match next week.
Taking?
RVD.
You don't know what you're talking about. Are you high? Ayla's like, Robbie, hush. You can't even reach the freezer in an old school refrigerator. Finn's like, what the
Jungle
fuck, Ayla?
jerk.
Don't understand, Fiend. John's laughing at me. It's like, LOL, last time anybody saw Rob was him as one of 10 random hosts of that fake WWE draft. The Fiend says, everyone, Rob. And Walter's like, geez, RVD is now on AEW? Kinda.
He is next week. He's going to wrestle for the FTW Championship.
It looks like Robbie is 4'7". He's a tiny baby. Jeez.
There's MJF.
He's going to pretend that he cares.
He's
gonna
one
cry?
half of the world champion.
He's one half.
See if he says anything. He needs to say something.
He's had that for 256 days.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Punk was gone for a while.
Fiend says, Ayla, then I'm a giant. I'm 5'9". Robbie's like, AEW, the home of old wrestlers who need the money, basically. He was like, don't brag, Robbie. We'll get upset. And here's like, guess they couldn't find a permanent place for him in the Swindler's Corner of NXT. John's like, is that a step stool? No, my ladder. Harley's like, good night, everybody. See you all here Friday night. Bye, Harley. Have a good rest of your week. We'll see you Friday. Pickle says, so one of my favorite streamers, she's young and has no tact. She went around her town and went and ate food at restaurants where subredditors called the worst in town.
Yeah.
The Fiend says he's not little Ayla, he's fun size. Walter's like, MJF gave Adam Cole a rematch for AEW title. And I was like, he's annoying sized. He's like a toddler. I was like, Ayla, yeah, upset with your jokes.
So
Fiend's like,
they're
Ayla
turning
agreed.
MJF into a babyface.
Oh, Jesus. I was like, I'm not joking. Do you? What an idiot.
They're
Jesus.
chanting ADD.
Oh, the Fiend says, at least you can tell a great joke, Robbie. I laugh every time. You can't even make Puggles laugh. Robbie says, D, how did you cope with 100 degrees? I stayed inside. John's like, must be a South Pole elf. It was like, it's 76 today, Robbie, and rainy. I sweated a lot, Robbie. It was disgusting. It was hot and gross. I hated it. So I didn't do anything. I just sat in the air conditioning and didn't move. Pickle's like, she would read through the posts about some of the shitty reviews, like right inside the restaurant. Surprised they never kicked her out. That's kind of funny, Pickle. You know what's funny about small towns, Pickle, kind of like where we're at, is that people make those reviews and then the places end up closing. Because nobody goes. John says he can't see the thermostat. Ayla's like, he's too short to see past his friend's private parts. Oh my gosh, you guys. Leave Robbie alone. The Fiend says, good God, it's the Greed McMahon puppet. Robbie's like, did you drink 4 liters of water?
He got
Aside
quarters.
from the 3 that I normally drink? Who got what?
He got quarters thrown at him.
Oh.
They said, pick it up, Jew boy, pick it up.
Oh my God. That's just...
This is his trauma.
Oh my Lord. That feels like, damn, it's like, ba-dum-dum. Now I'm joking. Maybe you should continue to stay as scumbag. Because this is no bueno. This is no bueno!
And to turn into a baby face doesn't mean you have to be a vagina.
He's a vagina now. Just total vagina. The Fiend's dabbing away out there. Got the vagina happening. Oh my God, the vulnerableness.
I just blacked out.
I forgot where I was.
This is trauma to me.
This is very much trauma. I feel like I'm being abused right now. Making me watch this garbage. Walter's like, I respect all AEW wrestlers, just don't get hurt bad. And Robbie says, Kinder Bueno.
Fuck.
It's like, I will forever be
nothing.
a
ADD riddled Jew boy gets quarters thrown at him. That's what he just said.
Oh my Lord.
Oh.
Oh,
We all
my
love MJF
Lord.
now.
Vindicator says that AEW belt looks more gorgeous every week. Kind of wish it was on somebody else at this point. Max doesn't need
It is on
to be
somebody else.
relevant or entertaining. It's on CM Punk, Ben. What are you talking
watch
about?
Saturday's show.
Watch Collision, dude.
CM Punk's got
CM
the
Punk
same
has
belt.
the same one, and he totes it around everywhere he goes. Robbie's like, Ayla is a swine bag also. Well, that's weird. The feed says, how are the dogs doing? Favorite memory when the dogs got scared when a rotten egg exploded. As soon as it happened, both of you jumped, and I couldn't stop laughing.
Oh, yeah.
That
was
we
legit.
didn't know that it was a rotten egg.
Yeah, we thought the house was literally, there was
the
some gas
leak
explosion.
or something happening.
I'm clearing the drains out.
What's going on?
We're live on the internet. I'm out there down in the basement. I don't smell any gas. I smell it upstairs. It was rotten egg.
Yeah, it's like, Robbie, wash the balls, sweat off your chin. John's like, sweaty balls. It's gross, guys. He taught him to think like it. Vindicator's like, nah, we won't acknowledge Philip Jack's purchase from AEW Shop Zone. Tony doesn't, so I wouldn't. Well, I'm pretty sure Tony gave it to him. The Fiend says, Puggles just stole my peanut butter sandwich. Damn it, Puggles. Damn Puggles. Peanut butter sandwiches.
Now he's got a friend.
I probably overpaid for it too. Possibly. Didn't get it on clearance.
So is Adam Cole going to turn on him and Adam Cole will go heel?
Maybe. People about that person that you watch in the restaurant review stuff. Did she eat the food that they reviewed and why they were so shitty? Or did she just sit in there and read the reviews and not order any food? John's like, give Puckles a short clothesline. Fiend says, see y'all Friday. Stay oozy, everyone. Bye, Fiend. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with us for a minute.
Yeah, it was good
awesome.
to see you back.
Good to see you back here for a little bit anyways. Hopefully we'll see you on Friday. Ravi says, so if you had to choose which promotion to watch out of AEW and WWE, which one are you sacking off?
If it's live, if I could go to one live, I'd go to AEW. But if I had to watch it, it would be WWE.
It says, Wednesday is so peaceful because that one person isn't here. I can't say her name. She'll jump scare us. It was like, night, Fiend. And Walter's like, okay, bye, guys. See you Friday. The Fiend's like, oh, trust me. You will or else. Rub. And it was like, night, Walter. And John's spelling out bad words. And Peacock's like, oh, she ordered it each one. Tried a few bites and took the rest home. What does that even mean? Like, took the rest home and
like a doggy
and what?
bag and give it to your animal?
Would you? I mean, if the reviews were that bad, would you take it home and feed it to your poor animal? Like, well, it was so disgusting, I'm going to feed it to my dog. That's mean. Poor dog. And Ayla's like, stop it, John. And Robbie's like, Ayla, if it's your balls, then it's okay. Pico is like, the devil face, and John's laughing.
Adam Cole gets bullied every day. If he goes out in public, he probably gets beat up.
He looks so creepy. He's such a weirdo. It was like mine would knock you out, Robbie. Then here's like, any word that begins with S and ends with an E should be banned. Yeah, banned. Piccolo says for the most part she played it safe, some fish sticks with mac and cheese. That doesn't sound very safe to me, Piccolo. That sounds not safe.
Yeah.
Fish sticks.
You never want fish sticks.
Fish sticks from a restaurant that has terrible reviews? Now you're just asking for trouble. That sounds terrible.
Fish sticks?
Fish sticks.
Don't eat fish
In that
sticks.
area as well, not just actual fish sticks. It was like, John, about to get voted out. Yeah, I voted off the island. But I was like, Ayla saying she comes in like a wrecking ball. And Pico's laughing.
What the fuck? Verbal fellatio.
Talking about mac and cheese. I'm gonna go heat up my mac and cheese.
No.
Yeah, I'm leaving.
No.
Goodbye.
You're
Forever.
still plugged in. You're going to power down. All right, MJF's in there with Adam Cole, baby.
Stay.
You get a title shot. So they are setting up a match between these two.
Ew, a match? That's terrible.
All in. MJF said he doesn't deserve a match.
Why?
I don't know. The crowd just started booing.
Who doesn't deserve it?
Oh, that is, you don't deserve just any match. You deserve the match. Yeah, it's going to be All In. It's going to be the main event.
Main event at All In? What is it?
Yep, there it is. We got one match announced. Adam Cole, baby, versus MJF. Main event, Wembley Stadium.
That seems weird. Why do you have the 16th marked in half?
Because it's the halfway of the day, the month.
That's weird.
Is it?
A little bit, yeah.
So there is a contract. Cole's got to sign it. I wonder if he signs it and it's something fishy.
Fishy. Probably.
I think it's going to be something fishy. What do you guys think? Here it is. He just signed it. He didn't read it or anything.
He didn't read it?
Nope.
MJF made the contract and Cole didn't even read it?
Okay, and then they just loved each other. Now they're hugging. That is main event. I guess they're not playing it that way yet. Well, no, it's the main event. I just don't know. The contract's still there. I just want to know if there was something in the contract. Uh-oh. Jackhole's in the back, breaking stuff.
Who is?
Oh, the Jackhole from NXT. I can't remember his name. Roderick Strong.
Roderick Strong. He's like, I'm so angry.
Two guys just walked up to him, but I don't know who they are. Oh, Matt Bennett and Mike Tatum or something.
Those guys. Whoever it is.
Well, Mike Bennett's with, what's her name? Former Playboy model. Adam Cole, baby! All in London. They got one match. It's official. Sunday, August 27th. All right, maybe a six-man tag team match here. We got the Elite up on the ramp. It is. It's a trios match. It's a trios match. Who's their opponents? Do we know? Is it the House of Black? No. Jay Lethal. Jeff Jarrett, Satnam Singh, and Jay Lethal. Should be a pretty good match.
Is that who they're fighting against?
Yeah, big 7-footer. Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett.
And who are the other side against?
The Elite,
Oh, the other side.
the Jacksons, and Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega going to do the one-winged angel to Satnam Singh. I don't know. If you have a finisher, I feel like you should have to be able to do it against anybody. You know how I believe that. Because I guarantee Brock could F5 him.
Yeah. Probably could.
If he can do Omos, he can do Satnam Singh. All right, this match is underway right now. Jeff Jarrett in there with Kenny Omega. Jeff Jarrett is just oozing with experience, where Kenny Omega is the younger bull, although he is getting up there in age. Oh, little hip toss. Jeff Jarrett picks him up, scoop slam. Jeff Jarrett doing the Ric Flair. Strutting it up, throwing up his peace signs. Turns him around. Big chop right there to the chest by Kenny Omega. Jeff Jarrett pokes him in the eye, tags in Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal rushes in, gets taken down with an arm drag.
Did you just say poke him in the eye?
Yeah. It's an old school wrestling move. That's what they used to do all the time.
Weird.
In the 80s, that was like one of the main moves.
To poke people in the eyeballs?
Yeah. It'd be like what they do thrust kicks with nowadays. Oh, you really do have mac and cheese? I thought you were just kidding. Speaking of mac and cheese, I'm leaving.
Let's see. Ella said, yes, I do. John said she'll come in like a wrecking ball. Tore the shit all to hell.
Every time I hear that song, I don't hear that. Wrecking Ball. I always hear, she came in like a rainbow.
True. He goes like in London. John's like Siberia.
Look at that! His team just walked away from him. Nobody wants in there with the giant. He's like, fee, fo, fi, fum. Now Nick's like, you son of a bitch.
Pickle's like, yeah, there's gonna be shenanigans. It's like, smells like ducky. Rinyu is in the chat. Hey, Rinyu says, hey, everyone, my name is Rinyu, and I'm the sister of someone you know.
Cool, sisters.
Sisters of people.
Boom, look at that crossbody. Takes out both of the Bucks. Singh is the greatest wrestler that we've seen since maybe Dominic Mysterio, maybe?
Maybe. Curvin's in the chat. Hey, Curvin says, can you see WWE call Bruce Buffett or Michael Buffett for Wanda versus Shayna MMA match?
You know, it would be cool. They're not going to get Bruce, but they could get Michael. Michael would do it, but Bruce, I'm pretty sure, has an exclusive contract with, and it's Buffer. Anyways, through the MMA, the UFC. But Michael does not. Michael can do independent shows. And that would be cool if they did do that, but I don't think they would. Going on?
Nothing. Anyways, it would be kind of interesting if they did get
Michael.
But, yeah.
Let's get ready to rumble. You know, but at the same time, I forgot that WWE is owned by the parent company, so Bruce Buffer could do it. But
that's true.
Just remember, every show he does, he gets almost $1 million bucks. So they're going to have to pay him about $250,000 for it, which is worth it, in my opinion. Because that shit would get everybody amped up.
It was like, is your sister Susan from downtown? She owes me money. It was like, does he have a name? People, it's like lots of ROH people walking around. John's like, me to pay up. And Renee's like, yes, Ayla, he was just in here. And Ayla's like, question, not Susan? It was like, Fiend is my brother, Ayla. And Pickle's like, oh. John's like, Ayla, it's a trap. Feels like, it. Feels like that someone mentioned Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. They're there.
Yeah, they are.
They're in the match right now.
They don't need to be in it, though, because Singh is kicking some trash. Or he was. Now it's Jay Lethal.
Let's take the chance. He's your brother, and will he like a foot adaptation of Harry Potter? Renee says, no, my brother is a fee Bray Wyatt. John's like, is Susan his brother? Where's my money? I was like, oh, yes. I know him, as in I know him from chat. Feels like no soliciting allowed in chat. John's like, oh, Renee's like, I know what you mean, but Ayla, John, you owe me money, you bum. Pickle is like, then I would have sold my Filipino dishes here, right? Renew's like, yeah, Manela's like, sorry if at least I won't do it again. Giles like, free beer tomorrow. It was like, so where's Susan? Renew's like, Ayla, she in Canada. Jordan's in the chat. Hey, Jordan says they call me shit girl now. It was like I had to throw my underwear in the water.
Oh, Lord.
Jesus, you guys.
Little circus. We just need a tent cover.
Basically. It's from shows, but I don't know what shows those are from. Those quotes. Renew's like, what the fuck, Ayla? And Robbie's like, Renew and the Fiend, are they the same people? It's funny how the Fiend left Renew comes in and starts talking about them. Not suspicious at all. Yeah, it's so weird. How would that work out? We're back from our break, guys.
Yeah. Because of the Jacksons. Kenny Omega wants that tag. Are they going to tag in Omega?
It looks like it's a show quote. Do you act like this when my brother's in here? Then he was like, so Travis, AEW still has not found a definitive role for your long-lost brother, Jeff Jarrett, yet, huh?
He needs to not have a role. I would be okay if Jeff Jarrett left. I've never been a fan of him. I don't like anything about him. Although his dad was a good businessman and he started Impact. So, I mean, I guess he did a lot of good things for the sport. I just don't like the idea that he laid down for Hulk Hogan that one time. I've never been a fan of that.
Yeah. That guy.
Never been a fan. That's what they... And then they were surprised that Hogan sued him. It's like, well, of course.
Sounds like this guy has a forehead like a drive-in screen. They call him Mongo. Good shit.
Mongo. The real Mongo, is he still alive or did he pass away? Because I know he was in really, really, really bad shape.
Vindicator says, by the way, how dumb are the New York Mets signing Verlander to a huge contract and now paying half of it for him to be a great player for his old team?
Dude, I thought that was the funniest thing ever. I'm going to read the tweet that I read about that. Let's see if I can find it. I sent it to Danny because it was so fun. All right, here it is. Breaking news. The Houston Astros have reacquired All-Star Kate Upton from the New York Mets. The deal to be finalized immediately. Huge acquisition to bring back the Queen of Minute Maid along with her husband, pitcher Justin Verlander.
That's funny. They finally got married?
Yeah, they've been married for a few years. Yeah.
Oh.
The Hardys are down there?
The Hardys are there. Whoever was looking for him, they're there now. Whoever wanted to see him earlier. John's like, circus tent.
It's hard, for Jeff because he's an addict, right? But doing a sport like this in your 40s, do you see where I'm coming from, where being an addict would kind of suck? Mm-hmm. Because you couldn't take pain pills.
Yep. Yeah, you'd have to find other ways.
Jay Lethal about to go up top. Cotton Eye Joe, I've been...
Piccolo says, last week, the Dark Side of the Rings episode was about that Jarrett Hogan Russo incident.
Yeah, that Russo is a piece of work.
In a crap way.
Yeah, no, it's just terrible. That was the worst thing. I didn't know that was actually on TV the other day, but I just know it was the worst thing that I had ever seen in my life. So they're like, yeah, we're going to have Jarrett beat you for the championship. But Hogan had creative control over his character. Like, no, you're not. First of all, why the fuck would I lose to Jeff Jarrett? It makes no sense. And they're like, you're not leaving here tonight with the belt. And he's like, yeah, it's fine, because I have creative control. So I'm just going to override it on this one. And so when the match started, Jeff Jarrett just laid down.
Oh, jeez.
That was it.
Not surprising.
So Hogan put his foot on him, 1, 2, 3, and then grabbed the mic and said, that's what's wrong with this fucking company. And he started yelling at Russo. Russo was in the, And it was shit. Yeah, because WWE didn't want him.
I was like, this tag team is like the Usos in the ring. It was like, who would sign into another account? Renee was like, good night, everyone. Good night. It was like, who? John's like, bye, Susan. And Sophie's here. Good night, people. See you Friday. Bye, Sophie. John's like, yikes. He was like, dang it, John, I told you not to say it. John's like, stage 5 stalker. Because like, I'll send a link to you after. Cool. And John's like, my bad. And he was like, I like to consider myself a stage 4 at best. They're going to be around for years to come, just so you know.
They'll never make it to the show because if they're there for years, they're going to be too old to go to WWE.
Mm-hmm. Pickle is like, the match is over. Move along. It was like, Travis looks miserable. Good. That's mean.
I'm always miserable.
Well, I was asking about Saturday if McKenna's coming down. And if anybody else, what you wanted to do for food.
I don't know.
Dinner,
I don't know
that
what's
night
happening.
or day. I know you want to make a cake, but...
I don't care about the house.
John's like, he's fine. He got boob earlier. Yeah,
He did.
He's probably fine.
He did touch a boob. Get him, Swerve. Great movie. This is the garage, huh? Let's see how Nick Wayne's doing. Training. Who's in there with him?
Turds. Train. I mean,
He's
you
there to
posted your
train.
hours.
Complete shithole.
JD King in the chat. Hey, JD
Hey,
says
G.
hello. Hello. It was like, okay,
Oh,
for what?
shit! Skateboard to the face.
It's our 4-year anniversary for Wrestling Cab on Saturday, Ayla.
4 years.
John's like, is this a Cops commercial?
No.
No. JD says, yes, the Elite re-signs with AEW. I'm sorry, Triple H, that you're peeing in your pants.
He could care less.
Yeah, JD, I don't think that Triple H really cares. But we'll
There-
pretend.
There's just nowhere for him. And to put him in NXT right now would just be dumb. There's no tag team wrestling in WWE. It just doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm. I was like, AEW have some really random people on the show. John's laughing and he was like, and I'm a part of your anniversary? Yeah, he is. I was like, Ayla, you gotta buy the snacks. And JD says, I know Triple H was trying his best to sign him.
He was going to call Darby the house elf.
You know that they did, before AEW became a thing, he was kind of
He did
interested
try.
in him. But once they signed with AEW, Triple H isn't going to want him anymore. It's basically some of the stuff they do. It's eh.
Well, what it boils down to is that there is no tag team wrestling, so why would they even want to? Now, Kenny Omega, I think he could go there, and he could be right there along, just maybe a tier below AJ Styles, just right in that area.
Right.
Riddle, Styles, maybe a championship match against Seth Rollins. Right, I see him falling just right in that mid tier, like Tommaso Ciampa.
It was like, make a chocolate cake with chocolate frosting. I could do that. Pretty simple. Make my super moist chocolate cake that's easy and quick.
It's like the worst thing I've ever heard of in my life.
I know, you don't like chocolate.
Chocolate on top of chocolate.
Nobody asked you.
Nobody did ask me. It just sounds like the worst thing ever. Look at all the blood. There it is. Boom. Broke his window, too. And those are old windows. But now he's in the big leagues. He can afford new windows for his wrestling school. Aussie opened. We haven't seen them in a minute.
Vindicator says the segment would be more impactful if they were fight outside of that shed. Ayla says, I'll bring snacks. I should drink a little so I'm not so shy and quiet too. Oh yeah?
Start drinking at noon. Like, what's his name? What's that funny dude? Tater salad guy?
Yeah.
Ron
JD
White.
says Nick Aldis should sign with AEW. Didn't he sign with somebody else already?
He hasn't signed with anybody.
Oh.
But I would like to see him somewhere. I feel like he's a main eventer. I just don't know how big he is, like stature-wise. And so I kind of worry about that because I've never done the research. But, you know, if he's 6'2", 6'3"-ish, he could fit in WWE. The character that he plays.
Yeah.
It's hard to be a tough guy, like, what's his name? You know, the feminine physique, the Brute, whatever his name is.
Oh, yeah.
Butch. When you're 5'4" or whatever he is. It's hard to play that part. Oh, I'm
Right.
so tough. Bronson Reed at 5'6".
He's like, I'm strong. Sure he was.
It might be a fruit emoji, but that doesn't mean they're talking about fruit.
It was like, I'll bring snacks. Oh, wait, we already read that one. And that one. Oh, Piccolo says prank call. Yeah, such a prank. Robbie says, what is this promo? Laughing. It's no wonder Hollywood collapsed. Vindicator's like, Ayla, your friend whose name begins with S and ends with E will bring that shyness right out of you. I don't think that's the shyness we want. Piccolo's like, nom, nom, nom. It's like, oh my God, do it. Super moist chocolate, chocolate, chocolate. Travis, you can have toast. He doesn't eat gluten.
Like I'm going to eat bread.
John's like, write Vince a letter, JD. And Robbie's like, the Kinder Surprise, Booker T. It was like, not true, Vin. You've seen me live in like a deer in headlights. JD says, what star does AEW need to be big? Well, the only one they have that kind of makes them worth anything right now is CM Punk.
CM Punk.
Because all the other refuse they got from WWE hasn't really worked out for them.
Yeah, they've dropped the ball on a few. I feel like Miro could have done something, but they dropped the ball on him, and he still could. But there again, he needs a mouthpiece. And whether they're going to bring back his wife, which would be a great acquisition, but or put somebody else with him, like Aiden English again.
Right.
Rusev Day. Miro Day. I don't know if that works.
Not really. John says, hi, new Nayla. Go for it. Vindicator says, I would be surprised if they put my girls, Tony and Sheeta, in the main event, considering how much Khan dislikes women's wrestling.
I agree, but we are getting closer and closer. I mean, we're at the 30 mark right now, and the Elite just went on. So I would not be surprised if it's the main event. This could last 15 minutes, this match here. The Aussie Open versus whoever. Was she like the corpse bride?
I have no idea what's going on there, sweetie. I couldn't tell you. It looks like I should. John's thumbs up, and Ayla's like, will Brock be there? I'm just curious. I don't have an unusual crush or anything. Yeah, he's going to be on this one, Ayla. He's going to be on SummerSlam.
Yes, he's there. Probably in the first match.
Robbie's like, Dee, there is gluten-free, is there not? So there's gluten-free toast, Robbie, and the only problem of it is it has sugar in it. Everything that's gluten-free at the stores have sugar in it. So, good luck. Travis doesn't eat regular sugar either.
What the fuck?
Robbie's like, his wife wasted her wrestling career. Ayla's like, Travis doesn't eat anything, not just gluten. No sugar, no carbs, just air and ice cubes. He She doesn't even eat ice cubes. It's hilarious. Well, that's why I was wondering how many people were coming, like what we should do for food.
Well, first of all, I haven't invited anybody.
I knew you hadn't, because it's just the Paul fight.
Just. Everybody wants to watch it.
Who's everybody? McKenna? That is everybody in our world, but...
Right.
I mean, who else is there?
So Danny would want to watch it because of Diaz.
Would he?
I would assume Tony and others would want to watch it.
Would they? I feel like that's a no.
I haven't invited anybody, though, and it's already Friday or what. I don't know what day it is. Is it Friday? Wednesday. Oh, shit. One of these guys is named Vikingo, and then I don't know the other guy's name, so I couldn't write it down. I tried to read it on there, but I couldn't read it. El Hala Hala Hama. What is he doing?
Waiting. Commander.
Commander
Cool.
Commander Aziz.
Commander Cool and what's his face?
Valkyndo.
Commander Vikingo. Commander and Vikingo is who they are. So Commander is the one with the thing on
They
his
have
face.
this. The Commander is Vikingo.
Oh.
It's Commander Valkyndo.
Then why does that one have a V on his thing and he does a K?
I don't know. I can't rewind. I guess I could probably try.
I think they're separate people. What do you want?
To rewind it to when they're coming out. This is... I don't like that they do this stupid
one?
shit. Yeah. It's like, why do they do stupid shit and bring in fucking amateurs that we have to watch, but we don't know their goddamn names?
It's Vikingo and Commander.
Oh, Commander, but it's spelled all weird.
Okay.
Okay, so it is. El Hejo del Vikingo.
Yeah.
And Commander. Okay. Cool. Might be my biggest pet peeve as they put this type of people on their main roster. All four of them. I don't know these guys' names either. At least they have a tag team name. Ricky Steamboat this Saturday.
Ricky Steamboat. Anyways, Ayla says, you like that sunflower seed better? We found sugar-free at Fred Meyer. I don't know. Would you want to eat sunflower seed butter?
I'd have to look it up.
He doesn't eat a lot of nuts, really, Ayla. Makes him feel weird.
Yeah, and I've been eating some lately, and some super small in my belly.
Robbie's like, D, if I lived with you, I wouldn't know what to eat. Robbie, if you lived with us, you would get plenty of food, and you'd probably be fat. Not only are you short, but then you'd be as big or as round as you are tall.
You'd look like Bronson Reed by Wednesday.
And then you'd probably complain about everything I made anyways. And then you'd probably have to change how you eat like Travis did so that he isn't the way that I wanted to make him. I didn't want him to run away.
300 pound. Oh.
He's like, get involved, you stupid crowd.
Yeah, you stupid faces.
JD says, I see you live stream on about Raw, AEW, and SmackDown. I was wondering why you don't do NXT. They changed their night, and I don't want to do 4 nights a week.
Yeah, just because we don't want to be on every night of the week, basically.
I do other stuff.
It would be kind of fun to do, but I like NXT. But if we started doing NXT, we'd have to stop doing AEW. And we've done every episode of AEW, never missed one, so...
It's kind of hard to, say no to it
It'd be
now.
weird to stop at 200 and then go back to NXT.
People's like, Commander, and Ayla says, Jalitha is a good cook, but you'd eat what fell on the floor. She has high countertops. You have to be down there with Argus. Argus and Wellington. Ravi says, AEW doesn't build people up, so you never know who the F they are.
It's ridiculous. It's okay to bring in new talent. There's nothing wrong with that, right? But you don't bring in two at the same time.
Well, it's not just new talent. It's that they bring in people that they're like, well, they're popular over here. And it's like, not everybody who watches this watches that. Like, that's what happens when people in the chat talk about it. Because I don't know who any of these fucking people are. Like, at all. Like, the most I know are people that maybe I've seen in the past from pay-per-views that Travis watched over the years we've been together. And then the last 4 years of watching it diligently every fucking week. And to this day, there will be people that come on there that I'll be like, who the fuck is that?
Mm-hmm.
And there everybody's like, oh, that's so-and-so from blah, blah, blah. He's amazing. And it's like, oh, is he? Well, I've never heard of him. He can't be that amazing. And it's because I don't watch those promotions or shows or anything like that. And that's what they're not pandering to the people at home sitting here watching their show and saying, these are the people that are out there. They're from blah, 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 so on and so forth, and yada, yada. And then you don't see them for months.
Yeah, and then
all of a sudden they're like, here they are again. And you're like, who are these people again? Oh, these are those people that they talked about last time that said they were so good. If they're so good, why haven't they been around? And then it's like, well, you don't watch all the shows. And it's like, why do I need to? Like, if AEW Dynamite's their main show, they should have all of their best main wrestlers on it. They should be putting their other better wrestlers over on Collision because CM Punk needs somebody on his show. Like, fuck off, dude. You get all the riffraff crap. That's just how it should be. You're the second-hand show, not the main. You're not the main show. But they're making it out to be the main show.
Well, either way, they need to make those two even, but Rampage is the one that needs to go.
Or have it be like...
It should be Ring of Honor that night.
Fine. Have it Ring of Honor, or have it the people that you'll never ever see on Dynamite or Collision unless they bring them over to it and say, now you are on Dynamite, and that's where you're going to stay.
Fact.
But... That's just my take on it, so. Pickle is like, do you drink protein shakes currently?
No.
Nobody drinks protein shakes. Not here anyways. I mean, I do every once in a while, but Travis doesn't drink any of that stuff. Robbie's like, just take a food supplement. It seems safer for Travis than real food. No, he eats real food. He eats a lot of vegetables and meat, Robbie. Like, he just doesn't eat grains or... anything of that nature.
I don't eat processed stuff.
He doesn't eat anything that's considered a, what do you call it, carb.
Simple.
So, none of that. Like, he eats things that... He doesn't eat processed food, but he also doesn't eat foods that aren't processed. So he doesn't eat most fruit anymore, and those aren't processed. He doesn't eat rice, that's not processed. Sugars. He doesn't eat other things that aren't processed, so he just doesn't eat that stuff. He just eats vegetables and meat.
Stay away from starch.
I was like, yeah, D, you're calling yourself a feeder. Probably. Vindicator's like, this seems like the kind of match that is tailor-made for Rampage. Oh, what happened to Wardlow? Who the fuck knows?
There again.
Somebody that they should utilize. They forgot how to use him and threw in garbage instead. Film's like, hey guys, I'm still here just waiting for that women's match to begin.
Yeah,
you and probably some others.
It's going to be the main event at this point.
People's like, yeah, I won't go there anymore. JD says, do you think Tony Khan is trying to be like Dixie Carter?
You know, I can't judge Dixie because I really didn't watch Impact at the time. So I don't know what she was doing. So I'll just stay neutral on that. I just watched when Hogan took over and they made the square ring again because they had the the octagon or whatever it was, the 6-sided one. Is that sextagon? What's a 6-side?
Something like that.
Anyways, hexa? No, that's hex is 5, I think. Anyways, maybe it is hex. Then they turned it into a square ring, and the fans didn't really like it.
Oh, that's what it was. It was the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions.
Oh, I know what it was. It
The
still
Aussie
doesn't need to
Open
be on the
guys.
fucking show. Go be on Ring of Honor. Oh, by the way, CM Punk painted a big X on his belt. That's why there's the X behind Dragon Steamboat.
What a defamation of stuff. Anyways,
Oh, speaking of it, it's happening right here.
yeah. So he just ruined it for no reason.
See, and then Ricky Stark comes out and not MJF. MJF didn't say a word about it either.
The antics of CM Punk, I know a lot of people like this crap, but what he just did is the reasons why he is not in WWE. These are the reasons why he was blackballed from everything. That reasons why he is a fucking piece of shit is because of that antics and fucking crap that he did for that. That's just fucking stupid.
Steamboat.
Fucking piece of
Statlander, Martinez. All right, there's Brian Cage and Big Bill versus the FTR. And tonight,
the main event.
Tony Storm and Shida. The Kara Shida.
And Piccolo, about you're not going there anymore. It's not about the fact of telling us about wrestlers, but what I don't like is the fact that you say it's a good wrestler and then you don't give any facts towards it. Like there was nothing behind it. It was just a statement. And it's like, okay, what has he done? There was nothing. Like, I don't know these people. I want to know the pros and cons. So, there you go. Let's see. Robbie's like, did you eat off the floor? Ayla, go on. Ayla's like, check your phone. Okay. Films like Hirokoshita for the win. Ayla says, I can reach the top of the counter, Robbie. The Nader's like, funny how AEW needs to work on building up new and old stars, and WWE needs to work and bring in fresh talent to build up and have more never-before-seen matches. Robbie's like, go on, Ayla, living like a dog. Ayla's like, cat, Robbie. Robbie's like, Collision is not a much-watched show in the UK because people are either out or doing something better.
Yeah,
because it's on
it's
a
a
fucking
weekend.
Saturday night. Prime time of the night. People's like, complex as well. Robbie says, chickens are processed. They don't see light. People's like, LOL, I wish. I eat rice almost every day. Okay. The difference is, Picola, is are you making fresh rice every single day and eating it? Or are you eating leftover rice that is cooled and you're reheating it in other things? Because if you are eating it in other things and it's cooled and then you're reheating it up, it's actually better for you than if you make your rice, you steam your rice, and eat it right that day. Which, it's really good, though. Don't get me wrong. Because I really like steamed rice.
Yeah, I could probably eat that. I don't know how good it tastes, but...
Robbie's like,
I mean,
like
I would
rice.
try it without any, problems.
Right?
It's just roasted sunflowers. But what are they roasting it in? Because they're not putting the oil that they roast in. Because I doubt they just roast
They probably
them,
roast it in sunflower oil.
which would make sense.
I was like, I like rice. Hasn't done me harm. LOL. And Picole's like, it's a 6-sided ring. And JD says, you think Jim Cornette would be a better booker?
No. I mean, obviously has, a lot of experience in the sport. But no. I mean, anybody would be better than Tony Khan. But I feel like Tony Khan, what he should do is set back and then hire people to run the company. But maybe that's his job because his dad is the guy doing that already. Letting his son run it.
Right. Chris Arcane is in the chat. Hey, Chris says, hey, Travis and D. Hey, my man. And Vindicator says, see, that proves Philip Jack is carrying a Shop Zone belt. LOL. He was trying to copy Hollywood Hogan, who spray painted WCW world title.
Yeah.
Pickle's like, no, I'm good. Not worth it. Making sandwiches to make me happy. That just says that you don't have any facts behind it, so. Oh, well. It was like happy sandwich. Vindicator's like, I heard potatoes are more filling than rice. Potatoes are really bad for you. They're delicious, supposedly, but they're bad for you. Faze Games in the chat. Hey, Faze says, are you guys going to be on for SummerSlam? Yes.
Absolutely.
It says, is there a rice shortage? Saw something about it on the TikTok. How long ago was that? And Halo's like, I don't know. Travis just thought you might be interested in something different. Robbie's like, yeah, TikTok knows all. Il's like, that's why I asked Robbie. Obviously. JD says, does anybody miss WCW?
I sure do. It was my absolute favorite. I didn't watch WWE until the end of WCW. And it was like the saddest day of my life when I saw Shane McMahon walk out.
Vindicator says, I bet most people don't know that Sheeta is the longest reigning AEW women's champ. And Tony is the only two-time champ fitting main event. Wasn't she just an interim champion? Did they make her a real one that time?
I don't remember. I'd have to look it up. But yeah, I thought she was just an intern the first time, but I could be wrong.
It looks like just the other day, Deletha forgot about it until we started talking about rice. Vindicator's like, so Travis, which show did you like more, Nitro or Thunder?
Nitro. I don't know if I watched Thunder, to be honest. I think I did, but it was recorded. They didn't do that one live, at least when I was watching it. I don't remember it ever being live. And I didn't record it. We didn't have, I mean, I could have recorded it on my VCR, but I didn't. And so I barely ever watched it. And you never missed anything, because all you had to do was watch Nitro and the pay-per-views.
Robbie says all food is all right as long as you don't overeat. Sure. JD says, I did Flair, Sting, Lex Luger. They were the best until Scott Hall and Kevin Nash ruined it.
The Outsiders.
Film's like, what time is it? Looks like
Page time.
some people out there doing stuff time. Paige has to make sure her boobs don't fall out of her shirt as she jumps around.
Paige is dating a dude that's in a band that Lauren went and saw this last week.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. True story. I was like, was she there? He's like, no. I'm like, well, that's too bad. She looks like a groupie.
Right. I'm not sure if one of her boobs is like
Kind of.
smaller than the other one, or if she just has it tucked funny and
Yeah.
one's just sticking up further than the other one.
And it's just flopping out the top. Yeah.
Something weird.
She needs to pull the other one up, too.
I was like, yes, D, I am sure. Films like roses and stuff, and it was like, not true, Ravi. A lot of food is basically poison, just saying we have red dye 40 and sugar in almost everything. Yeah, that's it. I have to get rid of all the
You don't like the gold ones?
dark chocolate with
Why?
almonds.
Why don't you like them?
I like dark chocolate, but I don't like it as much as they put it in these.
Sheeta going right after homegirl. Tony. Yeah, you got to be careful of that team. They'll jump you. Did Paige boob get popped? She got a flat tire on her right one.
Maybe. I don't know. It's funny looking if that's the case. I feel bad for her, but
Charlotte
not, it just
wrestled
looks
for
weird.
like 3 months with a pop boob. She just kind of hit it. Punch her in the face! Look at Tony's face. That's funny. Oh no, there could be blood. Throws her into the ring.
This is so lackluster. It's
It
sad.
is. They kind of screwed up putting this on the main event, but can't do everything right.
Pickles like tomato and grilled cheese sandwich time.
Yummy.
Yuck. It was like, that's it. Delete that. Nothing else. Only red dye 40. Well, all right. It was like, oh, my soul food, grilled cheese and tomato soup. Robbie's like, so Paige not known for her wrestling?
Paige was absolutely known for her wrestling at the time she wrestled.
JD
Nowadays,
says,
it's kind of, she's off now.
right? JD says, I think WCW could have won the Monday Night Wars if they didn't hire Hall and Nash.
They did win the Monday Night Wars when it mattered. The problem is the writer, the main guy, I can't remember his name. That you said it earlier, but he basically screwed the whole company over. Vince Russo.
That guy.
That dude, I'm pretty sure Vince hired him to destroy the company. I almost guarantee it. It's that dude. It's his style. He's sleazy, and it just reminds me of something that they would have done. And then when it was happening, you saw how bad it was when they were doing it. Yeah, Vince Russo, when he came on, it was just downhill. And it was downhill fast. Like, he didn't last very long before that company was completely under.
Oh, Robbie says this match was a car crash. Chris is like, wait, RVD showed up on AEW?
He did.
Yeah, he did. He came on earlier.
He's wrestling next week, too.
Robbie's like, Tony Storm main event, everything in life is possible. Ayla's like, okay, I'm leaving. Good night. All right, bye.
Good night.
JD says, I heard they banned Sable. Did they? Robbie is like, upside down smiling. Chris is like, damn, Hirogo Shida ring gear is so fucking hot.
Smoking.
Is it? Wasn't really paying attention to her ring gear.
It's not that weird half skirt thing that she used to wear.
That probably looks way better than what she's wearing.
Nothing wrong with what she has on. It's just clothes. Please don't go.
I was like, they should ban Vince for dyeing his hair.
Old Vince.
That's strange.
Vince is out anyways. He's been out since like the 21st. He had like a major back surgery. He's going to probably be out the rest of the year. What I've read.
Vince McMahon?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he had back surgery.
Weird.
Carvana.
Caravana gives you a real offer in seconds. Chris says, just got a copy of my newspaper. It has the Astros no-hitter from yesterday.
Heck yeah.
Better save it. Put it in a frame.
Yeah. You have any food allergies? Well, my teeth are sensitive to cold.
That'll be my own salad. That's how I feel when I pay for my groceries. I'm going to pay $280. Wait, I'm only paying for my own groceries. What are you talking about? Oh, that's right. Fucking inflation. Thanks, fake demic.
Oh! Toni Storm. She can hit her with that butt. She tried. She'd have grabbed on. She wanted that stink face to last. Oh! Little suplex. Welcome to Suplex City.
Robbie's like, he
Sheeta
looks
style.
hideous. Well, yeah. Phil's like, come on there, Sheeta. Give her stuff. Robbie's like, will the pay-per-view be better than this hash of a show?
Yes. Their pay-per-view, well, WWE's pay-per-view, or... either way, both of them will be better. But All In will be better, because they just rush it. Like, there's no riff-raff. It just match after match after match. And they usually move pretty good.
Chris says, and just opened some Heritage baseball cards. Got 3 of my Astros, Tucker, Valdez, and Pinion. Also opened a Topps pack. Got a Randy Johnson on an Aces card. Looks like a playing card with an ace on it.
Hey, that's way cool.
Cool. Robbie says, Paige knows about inflation.
Yeah, she does.
Or is it deflation now?
Not gonna happen. Oh, dropped her down with the Meteora. Tony's pinning herself. Paige. What a waste of talent that was. All over a neck injury.
Vindicator says, that's the greatness of Sheeta right there, Travis. She blocked Tony. Unstoppable, undeniable, unrelenting, big booty attack.
Yeah. Kept it locked in for a minute, and then suplexed her. So she's got fishnet on top of fishnet, Tony.
Right.
She's really into the fishnet.
Something like that.
Uh-oh. That time she hit her with all that butt. What you gonna do with all that butt? All that butt inside that butt. I don't know the words. Oh! She
It's like,
kicked
I don't
out.
know if I can sit through a 6-hour AEW pay-per-view. Oh, God.
Oh, fuck. Tell me about it.
JD says, do you think Randy Orton will leave WWE because WWE does not have any plans for him?
If he leaves WWE, it's because of his back, not because of plans.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a terrible back. Why is she trying to irritate her? That's just
I don't
dumb.
know.
It's not how you wrestle.
It's because they think it's cool, but it's really not.
Yeah, I mean, obviously,
So
Tony's going to win
entertaining.
this. They're not going to change the title this close to a pay-per-view.
No, Vindicator says Summer Scam will probably feel like 7 hours. Glad I'm skipping it. Robbie's like 80s fishnet. LO, just use a rod to catch fish.
Yeah. I'm going to go take a break. We got 1 minute.
Right? Right, well, I'm done. Bye, everybody.
It'll go over, though.
I'm going to take
Obviously, they're
this so I
going
don't have
over.
to listen to it anymore.
Oh, you don't want to hear this?
No, not really. It makes my brain hurt.
She just got her up. Drops her down. The
no.
Falcon Arrow. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, my gosh. She kicked out. No way.
Oh my God, how did that happen? Oh, how is that even possible that Sheeta lost to that? She didn't quite get it.
Yeah, her boobs are fine. She's got one tucked a little more. Referee's
It's
going
like,
to kick
I
him
didn't do
out.
it.
Referee's going to kick him out.
Like, what do you mean? They're like, here, let me both grab it. No,
Look at
no,
this. A
it's
tug of
mine.
war.
It's mine.
Sheeta going to use it?
Don't do it. She's like, hit me. Hit me with it. Hit me with your best shot.
Oh! She hit Ruby in the face, which you can do. There's nothing illegal about that.
Yeah.
Now she's holding her kendo stick up in the air. She drops it on the ground.
I'm like, come on,
Toni
Jericho,
Storm
Sheeta, you,
sprays
your
her in the
powerful
face.
enemy. to win it.
That's it. It's over. There's your pile driver. Count to 100.
I was like, all right, everybody, thanks for joining.
No, she kicked out. There's more.
No, she kicked out. How is that possible?
She cheated and still kicked out.
She cheated?
Yeah,
When?
she sprayed her in the face with spray paint.
Oh, I'm like, she didn't cheat.
Yes,
You're
she
like,
did.
She cheated and then kicked out.
Yeah.
Like.
She did kick out. Uh-oh. I've been wrong before, and I'll admit I'm wrong now.
What?
So Shida is your new women's champion.
What?
What the fuck? So Shida is the new women's champion. There's your 2-time women's champion. They took it off of Toni Storm with the cheating.
How on earth?
There's the confetti, so they knew it was going to happen. It wasn't a surprise.
What?
That's why it's your main event.
Fuck.
And what in creation just happened?
What is happening?
I'm okay. By the way,
This is not
love it.
not sad about this. By the way, I really like Hiroko Shida. I liked it when she was a champion before.
But
What? It's weird because they didn't have very much build up to this.
Did they have a
story.
build up at all?
Like they had a minute amount, but not enough to make it worth all of this. That's weird.
She's going to be able to defend it next in front of a crowd. She never got to do that before.
Is that why?
I don't know. That's what they just said.
I wonder if it's why, because she did have it a lot through the pandemic. But they had a crowd a lot.
Nothing wrong with this at all.
Vindicator's like, so another short title reign for Toni, but I am happy for Shida. She is everything Asuka and Io could never be.
What this could mean, not today, not tomorrow, but in the next 5 months, 3 months, 2 months, we could get Jade Cargill back.
Oh, that's true.
And Jade, as a heel, could beat her for the World Championship. Just
Right.
throwing that out there now. Little early predictions. Because I'm assuming that Jade's going to want to come back at some point soon.
Right.
Ah, what a great week it's been.
Is it?
Oh, I guess
It's only Wednesday.
I keep thinking it's Friday.
It's not. It's Wednesday. Anyways, Film's like, yeah, she did it. I'm so happy she did it. Vindicator's like, but you guys take care. See you next Wednesday. Peace out, peeps. Well, Vindicator, I'm going to say this. You can always come into the chat and say hi. You don't have to watch wrestling. You can always just come in and say hello, you know. Anyways, JD's like, or Mandy Rose, and Film's like, bye, peace out. Yep, guys, that's it to the end of the show tonight. If you just joined us, AEW Dynamite. The women's title moved over from Toni to Shida. Shida did win it tonight off of Toni, which was a big surprise for their 200th episode. We're going to be back again on Friday, though, so we'll see you then.
First smack at them downeth. All right, we appreciate it. Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab, and we will see you on Friday. Bye-bye.